My husband and I are headed on down to Redding, California. He has a cribbage tournament, and while he's down there, I am going to be checking out a few of the thrift stores. And so this little video here is about some of the thrift stores I went into. My previous video shows what I found at those thrift stores. So here we are driving down Interstate 5. We're already past the Oregon border and we're into California, and this is Mount Shasta, and here we are in the one thrift store, the Pause for a Cause. This is the one I was describing as a very pretty thrift store. I used to have a set of wooden containers like that had roosters on it, and so I'm just kind of looking through, kind of showing you all the different displays they had, and everything was pretty much not random, but set up in a really cute display. So this one, I was checking out this green food coloring bottle right there. I thought that was cute. And then I'm checking out the price of the vintage aprons. They wanted $9 for that. And that's the entrance, and they have a lot of plants in there set up. That's kind of an overview of the shop. So they had just little areas, and I don't believe it was specific like in some of those antique shops that people have little booths in. I don't think they just had each little booth. I think their items were spread throughout the store. Some jugs, roosters. I don't know about that round thing down there. I think that was kind of interesting, but I'm not quite sure. Not the butter churn, but that little metal round thing. I don't know what that was. And there's a bed post. These cups, I really liked these cups. I collect old restaurant cups like that. And here it shows you to help the animals. Little pig, art glass. Shop with us, help the animals. Silverware set. I don't know if that was real silver. There's a thing you could stop and read that if you wanted to. Little trinket trays. Irons. A lot of different varieties of ironing supplies. These were Hummel figurines. So $12 for the Bunny Blessing, $19.90 on that one. Owls. I thought this was an interesting set. Of course, somebody broke, obviously, and glued it back together. Can't remember what they call it when the pottery breaks and they fill it with gold. Some vintage picture frames. Then over on the other side we have vintage handbags, purses, jewelry. I do have quite a few handbags and purses to put on my Etsy shop. I don't know who Jill Stewart is. I thought this was really cute. This little child's purse. I almost thought about getting that, but for $5, and it was a child's purse. Maybe if it was a woman's purse. Looked like from the 60s, 70s. Little shiny things. I like shiny things. Avon necklace. Straighten up their display. I don't know what the DTI on that belt buckle was. It was $6 for the railroad belt buckle. I believe it had a steam engine on it, and the dates on that was 75 from 1975, whatever the name on the back of the belt buckle was. We did have, when I lived in Wolf Creek, the last steam engine came through the railroad lines there. Not the last steam engine, but the last one they used those railroad tracks for. This is 1985, made in USA. Those were deer or elk.
Ashland, Oregon.
And that
Oregon?
was also $9.
Yeah.
I think some of the jewelry is handmade jewelry. There's a little ice, a little mid-century ice bucket down there.
County up in Portland area. A teacher.
Oh, I think what's happening here, the lady's
teacher
talking
got
to
it
me.
From one of the elementary schools. Yeah.
It's a real scary thing, isn't
It is. If you don't know exactly, that's an ice bucket. Because you don't know. You just don't know.
I thought this little trinket box, this little Chinese trinket box was cute. There's some dyed turquoise beads, since turquoise is like a very soft light.
That's cute.
Real turquoises would be so extremely hard to come by.
That's really cute.
I mean, it's turquoise, but it's not the original blue turquoise like that. That's a cute little pearl necklace hanging there. That was a lighter. This is a really cute lamp, little bedside lamp. Occupied Japan. Some Monet earrings. Or that might be a Monet necklace. I have some rose pendants like that. Some more kitchen display. Salt and pepper shakers. Well, those weren't. Maybe those were just figurines. The photos on the wall. I really like these salt and pepper shakers. Those were just so darn cute. And they were huge. Little atomizer. I was trying to get around to the tag to try to see the price on those salt and pepper shakers. And what I liked about them is because they were larger than some of those other little collectible ones. Those girls were cute. Those little diving girls. I don't know if that was a lamp or what. More pendants. Rhinestone pendants. Tchotchkes. All this stuff is tchotchkes, I guess. Kitchenware. The red is from the 50s. The green is more from the 30s. If you get the green handled painted kitchenware. I have a set of those little milk jug ones with the wheatgrass on them. I think I have them in my Etsy shop. Little Raggedy Andy. Just random cups. Pyrex. What I was looking at was the green, that green rack. Those seem to sell really well. I mean, I don't have any for sale. I used to have a lot of the aluminum, the copper jello molds hanging in my kitchen for decor like that one, like that heart one. I think I had about 5 of them. And I ended up donating those all way back when my family said I had too much stuff. Okay. More wall hangings. So now I'm getting into the kids section where they have a little more little silver spoons, wall hangings. So there we go. Mickey Mouse. Another Raggedy Ann. I did just sell a Raggedy Ann and Andy souvenir bank. That will be shown in my what sold for March, into March. I don't know what those are, vintage something. Little cute little teddy bear and very sweet little picture back there. A little Minnie Mouse bank. And that baby picture is very sweet. Little baby stuff. There's an A&P Bank little collector souvenir piece for the A&P grocery stores back east. A plastic thing. And that is their collection of vintage clothes. That was all they had. Those chalkware items are cute, and those lamps are gorgeous. Be nice for a bedroom. Vintage looking, Victorian looking bedroom. Linens. So they really didn't have any vintage clothing in this shop. Little baby stuff. I like how these little baby outfits are displayed. Take your little baby clothes and frame them. More Raggedy Ann and Andy's baby cup. Baby poo potty, maybe. I had a scale like that. Yeah, I think. Don't know what happened to it. And dolls, like those dolls behind that clock. The Goodwill in Portland has shelves and shelves of those kind of dolls. I like that splatterware, and in pink. Cute little pink rooster. I used to collect swans. I still have the swans, but I don't really collect anything anymore. I used to collect boxes, and I did collect dolls. Not those fancy dolls, but unusual looking dolls. And no more. I just don't have the room for that sort of stuff. And if I do, I would sell it, because I hadn't been attached to it emotionally, having had it for 20 years. But those kind of type of dolls like that. More belt buckles. There's a copper, $3 for that copper candle holder. Cute. Is that an Indian motorcycle belt buckle? I didn't catch that. Brass belt buckle. $15. Kind of spendy. This is Mexican pottery. They're Mexican ware. But then that kind of, you could find that kind of stuff. It could come from Spain, it could come from Italy. Just depends. A little Hawaiian girl. I did sell one of my Hawaiian dolls. She was a bark cloth doll. I mean, she was made out of real bark cloth, not the kind of fabric, the cotton fabric you find men's shirts made out of. That's considered bark cloth, but the real bark cloth. And I sold her nice English riding boots, $90. And I do have a yellow plate like that I have hanging on the wall, because the little decor on those are just so sweet, delicate, cute, very cute. Candles. Somebody needs candles. Little puppy picture. Vintage German pottery. Okay. Akimbo flower vase. Harnesses, yokes. I guess those are yokes. Oxen yokes, maybe. Horse yokes. Yeah, horses would have those too. Nice set of Haviland Limoges dish sets. Very nice. $76 for that set. So now I'm getting into the Asian influenced vintage type wear. Just more. Oh, I had a deer like that little velvet deer. I mean, I still have it. I don't think I've listed them yet. I might have a couple of them. I think they're full of sawdust. And I was going to, when I list them, I would kind of think of more for Christmas time. And silver plated stuff. Nice set of glass mid-century horse head bookends. Are these Tom and Jerry's? Another thing I used to have, a Tom and Jerry bowl set. I think I donated that. We're talking like 20 years ago or longer. And I did have a set of dogwood plates. They were white dogwood, more like this design here, but with white dogwood. I love those plate sets. I would use those for Christmas dinners and Thanksgiving dinners. I did lose those in a house fire. I had already moved out of the house when I came to school here in Ashland, and moved a lot of my stuff. But I did leave a lot of stuff behind, and I did lose some vintage cool stuff. So just more pottery stuff. I didn't catch what that said. Books, plants. These somebody make those little stands. They take the teapots and plates and they make little garden stands out of them. Art glass, $8. Just pretty art glass, look pretty in a window. Another piece of art glass over there. Nice little daisy pattern. So now I'm in their pet supply, or pet part shop. So all this little back corner here is everything for pets, except of course the figurines and stuff. So I think that's probably it. Now I'm in the Kansas Society thrift store. It's called the Discovery Shop, and this is where I found on this rack back here, they had a 50% off. And the clothes I showed you in my last video of the haul from the thrift stores here in Redding, I got off of that particular rack. And so this is the corner of the thrift store that is mainly Asian. Must be music playing, because I'm recording over that, although you'll hear it. I like the embroidery on this dress. I didn't get it. But, yeah, a lot of just Asian garments, and garments from India. This one I thought was pretty. Like this one here with all this beading on it. That, I believe, is from India. So it has the pants with the beading. I don't remember what they had wanted for that particular piece. I don't know if I'll show the price tag there. As is, $27, so half of $27, and I think the as is thing is that some of the beads were missing on it.
I heard it. Yeah, that's when Maria told me, yes.
That was cool, but it was just a plain blouse.
That's an interesting pattern, but it's a shirt that had like a tank, front part of a tank top attached to it. A batik shirt.
I like this dress too.
It's a vintage. It's a dress. Jill McClough. And I really liked this dress, but I did not like how the hem on the little crossover part was made. It just didn't look good. And then I walked over to the electronics, and I know a lot of resellers buy electronics. So I just thought, I'll show you what electronics they have here. I know they look for the dual electronic ones with the cassette and the DVD player. I don't think any of these were. Maybe one of them was. It's a stereo, speakers. And this is the linen fabric. And fabric, I think I said that. Fabric. All sewing patterns are 50 cents. And then once I leave this shop, the Discovery shop, the next clip you'll see is at the casino, and the music's going to get really loud, so I'll just leave it at that. And thanks for watching. Bye.